Hey, hope you're having a great day so far. I'm just here to bring you today's encouragement, and it's coming from Matthew 14, verses 28 to 31. It says, "Lord, if it's you," Peter replied, "tell me to come to you on the water." "Come," he said. Then Peter got down out of the boat, walked on the water, and came toward Jesus. But when he saw the wind, he was afraid, and beginning to sink, cried out, "Lord, save me." Immediately, Jesus reached out his hand and caught him. "You of little faith," he said, "why did you doubt?" This story reminds me of how we are as followers of Jesus. When Peter was walking on the water, there was the wind and the waves were strong. It's coming up against him. He can feel it. He can the water's hitting his face, and he can feel the wind definitely. But he still asked Jesus to ask him to come to him and walk on the water. He didn't mind the waves. He didn't mind the wind, and he was focusing on Jesus. His eyes were on Jesus, and he stepped out of the boat. He walked on the water, and as soon as he left his eyes off Jesus, as soon as his eyes turned onto the waves, onto the wind, he began sinking. Just the way with us as followers of Jesus, the wind and the waves will always be there. It will come and go, different sizes, different frequencies. But as a follower of Jesus, it's not all peaceful, not all calm waters, not all bed of roses. Problems come and go. Like just recently, and we still are in the middle of a pandemic. We still are in the middle of problems caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. It is our wind and wave at the moment. Our wind and waves come as hardships, broken relationships, job losses, financial problems, emotional problems, spiritual problems. It will come and go, and it will always be there. But just as Peter was walking on the water, the wind and waves were there. But he was walking on water because his eyes were focused on Jesus. So in the middle of the wind and the waves that we are on at the moment, that we are experiencing at the moment, I myself have been experiencing this. My wife works at a cafe, and now the cafe is closed, so that's our wind and wave at the moment. But we kind of choose to look and see Jesus in the middle of it. As long as our eyes are focused on Jesus, then we will keep walking on the water. And that's my encouragement to you all. If you are experiencing anything, any difficulty, any hardship, keep your eyes on Jesus, and you will continue walking on water. But as the story goes, Peter began to sink, and all he needed was to call on Jesus and put his eyes back on Jesus, reach out to him. And same goes with us. If we lose faith, if we get discouraged, if we begin to sink, all we need to do is really cry out to him, and put our focus back onto Jesus. I know it could be difficult sometimes, and it will be hard and sometimes embarrassing to go back to Jesus, and after we sank, after we've gone deep into problems or deep into sin, it will sometimes be difficult. But rest assured that as the wind and the waves are permanent in our lives, Jesus will be permanent there as well, just waiting for us to call on him, to reach out to him. And yeah, as we continue our Christian lives, I encourage you to keep your eyes on Jesus. And I'm not saying to ignore the wind and the waves, because it will always be there, but just trust on Jesus, just trust in Him, and that He will keep you walking on water in the middle of the storm, in the middle of the wind and the waves. I hope that encourages you today, and for the rest of the weekend. Have a good day.